Hello, my beautiful soul tribe. Thank you so much for joining me today. Today, I want to do a very quick chat about our fear of abandonment because recently I have seen quite a few clients who shared a little bit, these kind of tendencies in them. And in astrology, when we are looking at a fear of abandonment, a very typical transit or an aspect that we can see on their chart is the relationship between Pluto and their natal moon. The moon rules our emotion, our sense of security, our family, our relationship with our mother. And Pluto rules power, it rules suspicion. In the best way, Pluto can be quite transformational, right? It's almost like a nuclear power, right? Depending on how we use it. But when Pluto is, for example, forming a square or a conjunction or opposition to our natal moon, either on our natal chart or if we are experiencing a Pluto transit, opposition transit or square transit, we could have a lot of insecurities when it comes to close relationship. Now, this could be about relationship between us and a partner. This could be about our relationship with our mother, our family. And sometimes this could even be about between us and a friend that we were very emotionally attached to. And the reason is because the moon rules anything that we feel emotionally attached to. All right, it doesn't have to be about romance. It does not have to be about a certain gender, right? That you feel you have feelings for. This could be maybe just a friend that you have been, having and you have been creating good memories with for years, and then suddenly you feel like maybe you are drifting apart. You realize that this friend is no longer hanging out with you, and maybe they have got new friends and they're doing a lot of things. They don't call you anymore, right? And then this fear will surge right inside us and feeling that am I being abandoned? What's going on? One of the things related to fear of abandonment, right? Uh, of course, we all have that. It would be a lie if I say, we don't have fear of abandonment or I don't have fear of abandonment. But there are two things usually that I personally do uh, to um, uh, to challenge myself. Let's put it this way. And I think this could be very, very useful for you guys as well, in case if you ever feel that there is, this fear of abandonment in you. The first thing that I want to say is that I think the so-called abandonment is our own definition. Okay, it's a very subjective feeling, if you know what I mean. It does not mean someone actually is abandoning you, and the reason is very simple. To be abandoned, you have to be owned, if you know what I mean. But we are not owned by anyone. Okay, you don't own them either. It's something that you share. Okay, this could be about you with a romantic partner. This could be about you with a good friend. It's a deliberate decision from the beginning that both of you want to spend time together, want to do things together, because again, it's a deliberate decision on both sides. Because I like your personality, you like mine. Because sometimes it could even be very, very practical because I needed you during that period of time, right? And you also needed me. And that's why we were spending a lot of time together. And during that process, we developed, right, an emotional connection, which is also quite common. And also, I think that's fine. With that energy, right? When you say, or when we at least feel, right, we are being abandoned, it's actually quite illogical because it's not really about abandonment. It's about at some point, one of you guys, okay, at least one party or both party decided that we're going to take a different path. And so they might spend more time with other people. Maybe they will stop doing the so-called regular things with you, in the past. And because the fact that you were together was a deliberate decision. So the fact that one party or both parties decided to part their ways is also a deliberate decision. And it's not about abandonment. It's about a decision to live your own life in order for you to pursue your own happiness. And I've seen this a lot, both in my personal relationship with friends as well as with clients. And so this is the first thing that I think we have to really know how to change our mindset, right? Whether we should define this as abandonment. Now, the second thing is that let's just say maybe it is a type of abandonment. Let's say you have dedicated yourself and you have devoted yourself to a committed relationship with someone for years. You have sacrificed a lot, you've done a lot for them, but at the end, they decided that they want to walk away from you, and you feel being left in the cold, and we feel being abandoned there. Um, Here's the thing, how we can move on, okay, easily and smoothly. I think it is okay to feel disappointed that someone didn't turn out to be the one you have always wished for. Okay, disappointing, it's fine. Okay, feeling disappointed is a very natural reaction, but we cannot be so sad. We cannot mourn over it as if they were the one for us, if you know what I mean. I'm gonna say this again, okay? It's okay to be disappointed by someone who is not the right one for you because they have walked away. Ah, too bad. I thought you were the one, but you are not. But if we still believe that, but they are the one, how can they do this to me? But they are the one. I still want them to be the one. I still believe they are the one. Then you will have a very, very difficult time of letting that go. Because this is no longer about your relationship with them. This is about you have difficulties dealing with the idealized version of them in you. And you can't accept that reality, the real them, right, who have already moved on, who have already shown you they're not the one for you, who have already disappointed you. And because there tends to be a part of us rejecting that reality. And that's why we have a lot of difficulties letting go. And I think this is not just limited to our romantic relationship. This could be about a friend as well, because we all know sometimes friends move on, right? There could be a certain period of time you spend a lot of time with a friend, and then later maybe they meet a new group of people. They meet a new group of friends, and they feel that they are getting a lot of positive energy from that new group. They feel that those are, more like they're, the soul tribe, like they have always been looking for, and that's why they have walked away. Of course, it's a disappointing to know that they're not seeing you as a part of their soul tribe, but you can't mourn over it as if they were. And if you truly love them, I think the best thing is just to wish them the best. Is to hope that great, you have found your soul tribe, you found your true friends that you have always desired, and maybe the time that we were spending together, it was not really something you wanted, but because you didn't have a choice, because I was just a temporary right thing for you. And I don't think we necessarily need to feel bad about that, because we do this to other people too. We sometimes spend a lot of time with someone not because we think that they're the right one for us, but because we are afraid of loneliness, because we just needed someone, right? And that's why we do that. And so it's also important that we can let go of that. What's the right way to describe this? That obsession to define what this means. Okay, you do this, this means this, right? This is what I mean by sometimes we can be quite obsessed when it comes to whether we're secure with someone, whether someone will always be here for us, whether someone is always going to keep their promise right with us, and things like that. you know, at the end of the day, when we look at the world, right? I mean, the divorce rate is so high, but I believe that everyone, when they get married, they say things like, until death parts us at their wedding in front of hundreds of guests. All those divorced couples, they said that at their wedding, okay? But eventually, that didn't really mean anything. Well, I know it sounds really bad when I say it doesn't mean anything. Well, maybe it meant something at that moment, but we all change and we all evolve. And at certain stage of lives, we all realize that we need different things. And if your partner has always been an amazing partner, it's always also at the end, it's going to be a deliberate decision that you make in your mind that I want to stay with this person, right? Even though there are distractions out there, even though there are, people, new and potential people who desire me and who want to have a relationship with me, because I cherish and I still feel that my partner's energy still, feeds me in a positive way. And that's why I want to continue this. At the end of the day, it's all about our decision. It's a very deliberate thing that we do, actually. Yeah? And so just know that when we are facing the fear of abandonment, tell yourself that, first of all, it is a decision that we consciously make for our own good. The second thing is that we can never really be abandoned because you never really owned anyone. They cannot own us either. It was a decision that we made to spend time together, and that's what a relationship is about. And finally, if they really leave you after a period of time of true love or a period of time of a lot of emotional investment, feel disappointed and have empathy with yourself and spend time with people who actually can understand you, good friends, right, your community, but don't mourn over it as if they were the one for you. This is just a very quick chat with you guys. Now, if any of you guys have ever suffered from a fear of abandonment, or if you have experienced this energy, or if you are experiencing this energy now, it's very possible that you're having a Pluto transit at this moment. Remember to consult me about this on when I'm reading your astrological natal chart, and we will try to find the solutions and to help you go through the difficult period of time. Have a wonderful week. I'll see you guys later. Bye.